What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Mondays. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Just came out last Thursday. I was able to finally go ahead and see it on Saturday, and I gotta say, a top 5 Marvel film for me. Let's get into the fact that Shuri, Leticia Wright, had an undaunting task to go from a side character to a main focal point in this movie. She was the lead actress, and you know, the reasoning on why it's tragic, and rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, but what seemed like a, you know, impossible task for not only Leticia Wright but the director as well. They had to completely change a script, completely change a plot and a story to fit what was going on, you know what I mean? And to me, this was like a giant origin movie. That's what it really felt like. I felt like once we got halfway through the movie and some events started unraveling, and I was like, oh, okay, this is Shuri's origin on how she becomes a Black Panther and why, her motivations and the things behind her. And you know what? This movie did so many things well. Now, I've heard it has, you know, I heard some people thought it was a little bit slow and this and that, but let me tell you, each scene was so good. Very minimal humor, but when there was, it was sprinkled in just perfectly. Not like the usual Marvel, you know, where we get jokes every 5 minutes and it ruins all the serious moments. The score for this movie, fantastic. Definitely some of my favorite soundtracks ever. There is one scene where, and everyone's been posting this on TikTok, where you just feel immersed into the scene. You feel like you're an avatar. It's an amazing feeling, to say the least. You don't really get that feeling anymore with a lot of movies, you know what I mean? It's very hard to do. So I appreciated that a lot. And the great part about it too is there were some scenes where there was no music at all, and it was just the eerie silence of the movie theater and the emotions of the characters on screen. And you really feel it. Like, you feel the loneliness, you feel the sadness, and it did that part so well. The way they sent off Chadwick Boseman was fantastic. The character of T'Challa, and the way they almost resurrected the character at the post-credit scene was amazing. There were so many parallels between Black Panther 1 and Black Panther 2 for the character of T'Challa and Shuri, and man, that movie is just so good. So much symbolism, so much parallels. I love this movie, man. I don't know what to say. This was one of those movies where it wasn't connected to anything else in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There was no cameos, nothing of that nature. It was a movie that on its own was great. It didn't need to be connected to anything. All you needed was Black Panther, the movie of Black Panther. That's all you needed. And it did that part so well. I'm just glad that we got a second movie out of this. And honestly, the way that it's set up, you could almost build your own universe off of Black Panther now, because not only did we send off the original Black Panther, but we've almost got a lineage. We've had Black Panther's dad, we've had Black Panther himself, now we're down to the character of Shuri, and we're down to another character, which I won't ruin if you haven't seen the movie. But we almost have a lineage at this point, and I feel like you could totally build off of all those characters we've already introduced. And Queen Ramonda, oh my gosh, get that girl an Oscar. That girl did a phenomenal job with her acting. She was so powerful, so emotional. It was just strong. She did that so well. And Leticia Wright, same thing for her. The acting in this movie was phenomenal, and the roles that these characters had to bring onto this movie because of what happened in real life, what happened in this movie. And it's almost like what you're seeing on the emotions you're seeing in this movie are the emotions of these real people in real life that are facing this, you know, tragedy that happened. I just gotta say, acting was amazing. Namor, a great villain. The fact that we are probably going to be able to see him again on the big screen is absolutely fantastic. He was a fantastic character. They did him so well. There is that one point in this movie where I was like, this guy's actually really nice. How is he going to be this villain? I don't understand. Like, where is this rivalry going to come from? And you know what? From when I said that in the movie theaters, I swear about 5 or 10 minutes later, boom, it happened. And I was like, okay, all right, I see where the rivalry is coming from. And I was like, man, this guy went from being what seemingly was your best friend to the big bad villain that's gonna destroy the world in the matter of like a 5 or 10 minute scene. I was like, Jesus, they really went from 0 to 100 there. The actor of Namor did a fantastic job. And Marvel really did a great job of making a character with, you know, in my opinion, wings on his ankles, which could come off very goofy and could be done very goofy, and they made it intimidating, they made it likable. And I just thought that was a hard task to take on, because some character costumes from the comics just don't work live action. They just don't. I don't care what you say, is everyone wants comic book accurate suits. They don't work sometimes. And this was one of those costumes that I didn't think would work live action. I was actually surprised it got greenlit, because I just couldn't see how that would work. But they did a fantastic job. That I had a fantastic time with this movie. If you're into more storytelling than action, this is definitely going to be the movie for you. I think that's some of the discrepancies for some people that didn't like this movie. Didn't have enough action, which, I mean, it didn't have a ton of action, but the storytelling was so good. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I'll go for better plot, better characters, better storyline with good action, just less of it, than too much action and not enough story. So I rated this movie a 10 out of 10. This is easily one of my top 5 films of Marvel, and this is, alongside of Shang-Chi, these are the 2 best projects of Marvel Phase 4. I haven't been impressed with Marvel Phase 4, especially their CGI. The CGI in this movie was great. I have no issues with it. I mean, Ironheart could have been done better, I will admit, and that's kind of everyone's issue. Besides that, though, she's a side character. She's not a big focal point for me. Everything else that needed to be done right was done right. So I gave this movie a great score. I love this movie. I'll definitely be going and seeing it again in theaters. Let me know if you guys liked it down in the comments below. I'm always curious to hear other people's opinions. And like this video, make sure to subscribe. This will be a weekly thing, hopefully, that we do every Monday. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you guys made it this far, appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll catch you soon. Peace.